Yosh, I am a ninja of ruthlessness. The Earth Ninja is my name, and talking about anime is my game. And this time I'm reviewing One Piece chapters 1060, 1061, 1062, and 1063. The Wano arc is finally over, and these 4 chapters start off the first arc for the quote-unquote final saga of One Piece. Man, the day that One Piece ends will be both a sad and glorious day. So until then, let's enjoy every last chapter of it. Okay, so it's the start of a new arc, and what looks like it could be the best arc, to be honest. And seriously, things looking like they can only go uphill from here. Alright, we're finally starting a new adventure with the whole crew, especially with the new addition, Jinbei.
What's up, y'all? It's me, Big Boy.
I mean, he was always there, but he wasn't really like there. And right now he's looking really important as the helmsman of the crew. He's doing a really good job as the helmsman. It's nice to see the crew synergy and the dynamics back in action. You know, it's refreshing after the whole cake and the Wano stuff that just like separated the crew, but now we're all together again. Having Bonnie in the mix is looking like it's going to be super interesting, especially since we get to find out more about Kuma. Dog, I've been wanting to learn more about Kuma since he was first introduced. He just looks like a boss. Now we finally get to see what the boss's life was like. And we're finally getting to learn about Vegapunk, bro. Vegapunk, it's about time. And you already know CP0 is coming in and Lucci's looking fresh. Lucci is looking fresh. Okay, so hopefully we'll get to find out more about what happened at the Reverie, because now it's looking like a really big part of the story going forward. Alright, starting off with chapter 1060, we get to see Luffy and the crew's reaction to Sabo being framed. And how they reacted is exactly how you expected them to. Caribou still being a creeper, just hiding on the ship. And I'm pretty sure they know he's there. Like, ain't no way he can hide from 5 people who have observation haki. Of course, Luffy wants to do something stupid and go help Vivi and all that. And it's like, I feel for him. But Zoro acting like the true boss and letting him know, like, yo, we're not just about to just go out there and just, you know, mess stuff up like that. Like, you know, we gotta take it easy. We gotta take our time with it, man. When we get the chance to help, then we go help. And Sanji, I love that nickname he has now, Fourth. Zoro is just gonna keep using that. That's just gold by Oda, bro. One of the biggest parts about this chapter is Luffy's, you know, mystery dream that everybody and their mother is gonna try to theorize what it is. What could Luffy's dream be that everyone thinks is so funny or impossible to do? Everybody's gonna try to guess it, but I think Oda's just gonna really take his time, you know, revealing that and like fleshing that out and like, you know, teasing us with that whole thing. But they're only one poneglyph away from the One Piece.
Goodbye.
Oh no!
So the Navy intercepts Sabo's call, and of course, Sabo reveals that he is innocent. He didn't kill Cobra, and he's hiding out in the country that Bello Betty and the rest of the revolutionaries helped out a while ago, like before the Reverie, I think. But he said he saw something at the Reverie.
The world may never know
What Sabo saw. Because Im-sama shuts everything down. When I saw that shit, I was like, what? Of course they give this guy god powers. What, the God fruit, the Smite fruit, or something else, but he just hyped up Imu-sama even more. Now back to the Straw Hats. We seen Zoro cutting the water ball. Like Zoro is just too much of a boss, but you know, that's just too obvious to state. And it looks like the team's getting split up. Luffy, Chopper, and now Bonnie is a part of this. But she came out of the water as a kid, which kind of makes me wonder, is that her original age? Did the water, like, you know, tune out her devil fruit power and just bring her back to her OG age? Like, is she really a kid and the whole time she's just been using her power to like masquerade as like a teen this whole time? Like, it's possible. It's possible. Overall, I give this chapter an 8 out of 10. A lot of amazing developments. Wish there was a bit more action, but what we got was good enough. It was a solid chapter, and just the amazing reveals for Im-sama and learning about Sabo, that was enough to, like, I don't know, leave me good for a while. Chapter 1061. We get to see Germa again in the cover page. They got Caesar and they got out of there safely. Now back with the Straw Hats, the giant shark was cool. That thing was huge. Like, a lot of the monsters they encounter are like so much bigger than their ship that it's just like, bro, how did they fight these things? How are they even expected to survive in this stuff? And of course, Luffy and Chopper, Bonnie out there. And, you know, the fishmen being on the crew comes in clutch. It's like, if you're going to have a crew in a world full of water, it's like, it's good to have them fishmen on the crew. I'm just saying. Comes in clutch when you, especially when you got devil fruit powers and you can't swim. It comes in clutch to have fishmen on the crew. And then that giant robot coming through to save the day. For a minute there, I thought it was Frankie's, and I was like, wait, when did he make a robot this big? But okay, yeah, it's not Frankie's. Now over at a naval base, we see the kids from Punk Hazard. I kind of forgot about them, to be honest, but it's cool to see them. Get that nice little reminder that the Navy took them. It's good to get that nice little call back to them, and just to see like their progress, seeing that, you know, the Navy is actually taking care of them. So now we get to see some members of Sword interact, and it looks like Helmeppo and Hibari, I'm pretty sure she's just not getting introduced. It's her first time being introduced, but they're both like begging, I guess this higher up named Prince, they're begging him to go help Kobe because Blackbeard got him. Blackbeard got him. Yeah, and whatever happened to X-Drake? After Wano, yeah, not sure what happened to him, but I guess we'll find out at some point. Okay, so now we finally get to see what happened to Luffy, Bonnie, Jinbei, and Chopper. Luffy and Bonnie teaming up seems pretty dope. You know, they're both gluttons, so there's definitely going to be something related to food going on with them. And yeah, the Vegapunk reveal was mind-bending when I first saw it. It's just like, oh, finally, Vegapunk, and it's a female? What? Did not expect that. But, you know, that gets watered down in the next chapter. Yeah, the next chapter just completely washes all of that away. All the surprise, all the amazingness is just gone. Overall, this chapter gets a 9 out of 10. Dope action, dope story, dope reveals. Pretty good, pretty good. Chapter 1062. Frankie geeking out over Vegapunk. Yes, I love that. Give me more of that, because Frankie's just one of my favorite characters, and to see him just in pure awe of Vegapunk and all of like everything about Vegapunk, it's just so heartwarming for some reason. I just really like that. Okay, so now we know the one that calls herself Vegapunk is called Vegapunk Lilith, apparently. And all she cares about is the funds. She wants that moolah, that money. In order to even do the research, you're gonna need money. I mean, it makes sense. This is just another chapter of Zoro being a boss. Total badass. And Robin, right there with him. They're ready to fight. Even though you see Frankie and all the other ones being like dumbasses, I love how that just like put her into a false sense of security. I just want to know what Zoro wants from Vegapunk. It's either about Luffy or it's about some other stuff. Most likely about Luffy though. Like, where's Luffy and all that? And we also get to see Vegapunk Shaka. So there's these different Vegapunks. And it's like, okay, there's this one called Shaka and this one called Lilith. Now we're going to see like some other ones. But Shaka seems interested in Luffy's crew. I wonder why. Is it just because they're a Yonko crew, or does he know more about like the Nika fruit and stuff like that? Because I wouldn't be surprised, since Vegapunk could make a replica of Kaido's fruit. Who's to say he can't make a replica of Luffy's fruit, since it's a mythical Zoan and everything? Now, any team with Luffy is Team A. So back to Team A. Bonnie drops the Kuma bombshell. And I'm just looking at the page like, wait, what? Kuma is her dad? I really can't like unsee that. Like, since the referee, I knew there was something, like there was a connection between the two, but I thought it was just like, oh, they're from the same like village or hometown or whatever, but never really thought like, oh wait, that's her dad. Like, what? That was just super surprising. That was a super revelation. And we find out that Vegapunk has hologram tech. So apparently everything on that island, Egghead, is like 500 years into the future. So all type of sci-fi technology shenanigans you could think of, Vegapunk's probably gonna have it. And then comes the beast, the terror, the midnight that will haunt your dreams. Yeah, it's Vegapunk Atlas. Vegapunk Atlas is, I don't even know what to say. She's cute and tough. She's pretty much a Powerpuff Girl. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. She's a Powerpuff Girl, yeah. She's pretty much a Powerpuff Girl combined with XJ9 from My Life as a Teenage Robot. Yeah, that's the best way I can put it. And of course, at the end of the chapter, the greatest thing I have seen in One Piece in a long time. Rob Lucci is back. Let's fucking go. Rob Lucci is back. That rematch is going to be so fire. You already know. They're heading for Egghead and they're headed for Vegapunk. Luffy's with Vegapunk. And now it's time. Oh, it's gonna be a good arc. It's gonna be a really good arc. And let's take a minute to appreciate how dope the Seraphim Kuma looks. He looks so dope, especially the way he was just standing behind Lucci like that. Yo. Oh, this is gonna be an amazing arc. This chapter definitely gets a 10 out of 10. Everything was there. There's just no way to not love this chapter, bro. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I mean, there was no action, but you don't need action because the hype in that chapter was carrying everything. Like, yo, Lucci, oh my gosh, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Chapter 1063. Last time on the cover pages. So apparently, while Germa was escaping, somebody came through, used ice and froze everything and took pudding. So somebody stole pudding. Now, I don't think it was Germa, because I think it was in a different town. So most likely, this was Aokiji. It had to be Aokiji. He's probably doing it on Blackbeard's orders. So that, Blackbeard is just a force. Blackbeard is a force. And Aokiji. Okay, this is gonna be good. This cover chapter was fire. But going into the story. Okay, so Atlas dips after seeing the three fat asses, and it's just like, okay, so they go find new clothes too. So yeah, Vegapunk just pretty much does everything, like food machine, clothes machine, anything you want really. All right, so we see Popo Kuma. Kuma is a police officer, and it's a pacifista. But for a minute there, I did think it was Kuma. But yeah, he's after them for not paying, which is like, okay, sure. That's a good enough reason to get a fight going. Luffy coming in with the future sight. Was not expecting to see like future sight even be like, a thing. But yeah, Oda's consistent with that. He's been pretty consistent with the future sight. Luffy having future sight, that's a thing. Luffy's about to, fight back, but Bonnie coming through with the daddy issues. Like, yo, it's still shocking to know that that's Bonnie's dad. Like, Kuma is Bonnie's dad. Yo, that's still, I still can't put my mind around that. I want to see like more into that story for sure. But yeah, she got daddy issues, and that's stopping Luffy. Meanwhile, we get to see what the Blackbeard pirates are up to, and we get to see that they're chasing Law's crew. And let me just say, female Law, I can't unsee it now. I can't unsee it. Like, I'm trying to like scrub the visual from my head, but it's there. It's staying in my mind rent free now. So
Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
Yeah, female Law was a huge surprise, but you know, Law used his hockey to stop the devil fruit like ability. Now, did he use Conqueror's hockey or was it just regular armament hockey? That's something I would like clarification on. And now we get to see Blackbeard's crew and their powers. Of course, they've been hunting down devil fruits, and you know, I guess each one of the crew members got a new power now. Shiryu has the clear fruit. Katarina Devon has the nine-tailed fox fruit that lets her transform. And now we can just see three other members. Doc Q has the six fruit. That's pretty much, you know, Ice Oni 2.0. Like, he can just create diseases that can just do wild stuff, like turning people into females. That's a disease. Like, it's either the six fruit lets you just like create like any disease you want, or there is a specific disease in the One Piece world where you turn into a female. I mean, the Ice Oni thing is like pushing it with the imagination, but it's just like turning into a female as a disease. Like, okay, yo, six fruit all the way. Okay, so then now there's Van Augur, who has the warp fruit. So pretty much he could shoot and then teleport that thing straight to your head. Is game. That's it. It seems like he can teleport anything. So yeah, instant headshots all the time. He's just gonna make sure it teleports to you. It's probably visual based, so like he has to like really see you. But that's just it. Like as soon as he scopes you, you're done. That's game. So yeah, that was a pretty good fruit to give the sniper. Yeah, I mean, it's either you give him that or you give him what was his name, Van Decker's fruit, where it just auto aims and just automatically hits the target. But nah, the Warper fruit is a better fruit because he can also teleport people and just teleport things. Like yo, that is just an OP fruit right there. And now Jesus Burgess, he's pretty much just become All Might. He just has, what is it, the power fruit or the strength fruit or the strong fruit? I think it's a strong fruit in the viz. But yeah, the strong fruit. So homie he's just strong now. I mean, kind of bland, but yeah. Hey, that's his fruit. Go for it. And they gave the horse the Pegasus fruit, so the horse can just, you know, sprout wings. Yeah, that's a power up, I guess. But this chapter was hype, super hype, because of Blackbeard versus Law. Oh my gosh, the hype is going to be, it's gonna last. It's gonna last for a good while, bro. The next chapter is gonna be even more fire if they come back to this fight and like show some kind of like results or some shit. Because like you already know Law's losing, but I want to see how he loses or if something interferes and gets him out of the way. But yeah, it's a fight for the Poneglyphs. Let's go. Winner takes all, like Law said. 10 out of 10 chapter. 10 out of 10 chapter. This one, yeah, the hype was so astronomical. Plus, there was a little bit of action, but like for the most part, the hype was just all the way there with Law versus Blackbeard. Yo, this I want to say this was the best chapter. I definitely want to say this is the best chapter for sure. Even though 1063 was the best chapter, in my opinion, I still say it's a tie between 1062 and 1063 for which one's my favorite. Because 1062 had Lucci in it, and it's just like, it's, yo, just having Lucci back in the story, it automatically just raises the chapter to a 10. That just does it for me. I'm sorry. He was such a good villain. He was just such a good villain. And now we get to see more CP0. But Law versus Blackbeard, oh, dude. Yo, that's hype too. That's super hype. But, you know, all of these chapters were bangers. All of them were bangers. Like, there's not a bad one in the bunch. Yeah, all of these chapters were bangers. This Egghead arc is starting off strong with bangers, and I feel like it's just gonna keep going forward, especially since it's revolved around Vegapunk. Yeah, this is gonna be a super good arc, super good. Like, and right off of 102, it's just gonna be astronomical. It's gonna be astronomical. Overall, these 4 chapters were heavy with the story, decent with the action, but the hype was just tremendous. There was so much hype chapter to chapter. Like each one just seems to outdo the last. Each chapter just outdoes the last chapter. I feel like the next chapter, 1064, is going to be even greater than these four. Like, at the end of this, I'm super excited about CP0 and, you know, Lucci versus Luffy rematch. Let's go. Law versus Blackbeard, you know that's going to be hype. Yo, that's going to be so hype. But, you know what, Law's getting washed, low-key. Low-key, Law's going to lose this one. You know, it's going to be sad, but it is what it is. The Vegapunk sisters are killing me though, only because I'm impatient. I just want to see what Vegapunk is really about, but I understand it's part of the story, so I'm cool with it. But it's really like nerve-wracking to be like, okay, yo, just get to the next Vegapunk and let's see all 6 so we can get to the final boss already. Come on, let's do this. But you know, from what I'm seeing, the designs look cool, the concept looks cool, like the whole he separated himself into 6 people. That's kind of wild, but you know, that's one of the reasons why I love One Piece. And the biggest thing is like helping Bonnie meet her dad, the real Kuma, and how she's gonna react to that, like him being a full cyborg, and the whole thing would be like, okay, helping her meet Kuma might lead to Luffy meeting Dragon, which is what we all really want. And hopefully that's gonna happen. Hopefully by the end of this arc. Maybe sometime soon, we don't know. We're gonna see. I can't wait. And then Sabo too. What happened to him? We all know he survived. Come on. There's no way you're killing him off like that. He definitely survived. So we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. But yeah, you know. But that's all for this time. Now join me, the Earth Ninja, in the comment section. And on the Ninjas of Ruthlessness channel. Peace, my ninjas.